Yeah, hello, and welcome everybody to tonight's fantastic dinosaur action. The same list as last night in Explore, Stampede, Dinos, Ghalta. I wanted to get the thumbnail up quick, and you might be wondering why is it called that? My friend at work, we go back and forth thinking up funny names and saying some Generation Z slang, so I thought, I can't find my hat tonight. I swear, I actually could not find my hat that I wear in every stream. Yeah, so I thought, no cap Bussin. For anybody that knows that, this deck is no cap Bussin. Absolutely. Busting opponents apart, but no, it's actually true. The title of tonight. Oh, it's going to be deadly. Hopefully, popping into Diamond quite fantastically, but you never know. I could run into multiple Rakdos Vampires. That would be pretty scary. I haven't seen them quite a bit. It's nice that they died off a little. But I'll jump into the list if anybody is unfamiliar. Potentially, if you're wondering, oh, this looks kind of wacky and crazy. That is not the case. Oh, deadly. Jadelight Spelunker continues to be quite fantastic. Early or late, sinking mana, making things a little bit more consistent with that Explore and Commune. Oh, lovely, lovely stuff. Definitely keeping in Ulvenwald Hydra, but I think I did mention it last night. Ulvenwald with the possibility of grabbing a land from the library, any land, and putting it onto the battlefield. Oftentimes I have enough mana, excuse me, as you may have seen, and I want to grab a land that is nice, a land that does something. If I'm going to grab it, might as well grab a land that surveils or some other land that has an enter the battlefield effect. So it could kind of go towards the toolbox side of things with lands. I could, switch it up a bit. Blast Zone. I don't actually use Blast Zone as much as I thought. So Blast Zone could go away. It'd be good for Boros Heroic. Pretty darn fantastic against that, but I think Culling Ritual would be enough against that particular deck. But some land with an enter the battlefield effect, exiling cards from a graveyard, making a creature, gaining some life, something. Yes, good evening. Hopefully all is well. Hopefully, you're not missing the hat, which you guys can buy if you're interested. I don't have an actual link. I've been meaning to make it. But, we'll see. Nate, how's it going? Hopefully all is great. Hopefully all is great with everybody. But I say we just jump into it. Big creatures, big mana consistently. You guys know the drill, but if you don't, leave a comment and I'll definitely describe it. I'm happy to answer any question, any specific question, because for the most part, there's a hat. Yeah, I couldn't find it. I'm pretty sure my hat is in my car that I'm always using, but I thought it was high time to use that term, no cap, which means no lying. This deck is no lying. It is pretty darn fantastic, but that hand is I don't know. I lose track of these things. No cap Bussin, lit on fire. I don't know. It's kind of embarrassing butchering it. That hand though got a whole lot better. Absolutely keeping it. Send one Jadelight Spelunker to the bottom. I definitely want to keep Tyrranax Rex and Ghalta Stampede Tyrant. Commercial District always enters. Oh my goodness. Well, the hand just went from no lands to literally perfect. Now the question becomes, it's Azorius Control. Chances are they would play a land, maybe that enters untapped next turn. They would have two available. So they would counter Sylvan Scrying. That cannot happen. 100%. We have to go Sylvan this turn to grab the castle. We go Sunken next turn, Castle Garenbrig turn 4, and boom, all of a sudden we go from no lands to 6 green on turn 4. Hopefully seeing a Carnage Tyrant, but we should, oh, that is also quite nice indeed. Now, I'm going to test the waters with the Jadelight Spelunker. We could draw out a counter spell. Oh, we don't. Jadelight Spelunker That happened almost instantaneously. Oh, wow, I'm keeping a Tyrranax Rex on top. But that happened almost instantly. Usually it holds up priority. Most people have that happen. But the Field of Ruin, that is going to ruin my chances. I might bring in some land that, well, helps against Field of Ruin and turning it off. Sometimes it causes me to lose, but not always. It just slows me down. Multiple Castle Garenbrigs, lovely, and whatnot. I have to get another Castle Garenbrig, 100%. That's what it's got to be. I would have liked to get another Sunken Citadel, for sure, for sure. Okay, good stuff, good stuff. My variations are going good, and it is nice to hear from you guys trying out slightly different options and whatnot, whatever works and doesn't work. But right now, this is going. I think this is definitely my best one so far. Archdruid's Charm, lovely. It's never an actually bad thing, but I just kept running into always using it as the thing to grab a land. Ulvenwald Hydra kind of, in a sense, could be thought of as Archdruid's Charm. It's a thing that grabs a land and puts it onto the battlefield. And now the opponent is basically dead. There you go. They missed, well, they did miss their window.
You won!
Okay.
You did it!
Well, that is a good way to start. The best one so far. But look at this list, and it's pretty cool because some of your guys', I would imagine, it looks pretty similar. You can think, how would games go? How would different turns go? Turn 3, whatever. Jadelight Spelunker. Maybe Jadelight Spelunker could be that Archdruid's Charm or Sylvan Scrying, but I just love casting Sylvan Scrying easier than Archdruid's. Even though Archdruid's puts it onto the battlefield, if I have to wait, and if Cavern of Souls is part of those first 3 lands, I still can't cast Archdruid's, and that is very painful. That would have been nasty. Possibly if they had a counterspell there on turn 2, and I wasn't able to go Sylvan, and I was waiting and waiting and waiting, and then they died because they missed their window. It slipped away from them. Okay. I think Up the Beanstalk, I still love it. Overall, I mean, Shieldred the Apocalypse, Up the Beanstalk is very painful against it, but I don't run into Shieldred the Apocalypse all that much, and it just seems like pretty much the best thing. I like playing it for 2, especially with a lot of tap lands. Well, okay, fine, give me another perfect hand. A Sunken and a Castle to start and a Cavern of Souls. I really couldn't ask for much better. Oh boy, oh, here goes nothing. But yeah, going back to Up the Beanstalk. I like speaking of Up the Beanstalk, we'll go with Cavern because, well, I would imagine there's a counter spell, but I want to save Castle Garenbrig. I could have played it that turn, but just in case, maybe they'll use Field of Ruin on Sunken Citadel. That's kind of what I'm aiming for. But Up the Beanstalk, just a little bit extra card draw, getting it down at sometimes awkward turns. Maybe the first 3 lands are Sunken, and Castle Garenbrig. It would be certainly pretty rough, but well, this should be rough for the opponent. Absolutely. Now the question becomes, would they... You know what? We're going to take 2. Get that Jadelight Spelunker. I guess we can keep the map tokens. It's kind of cool. Either way, I would have been paying an extra 2. This should be a little bit better. Definitely keeping Carnage Tyrant. They don't see a castle. Maybe they're going to save that Field of Ruin or take out Jadelight Spelunker. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, do it. No worries. We'll get the job done. But having Field of Ruin and Demolition Field is going to be certainly rough. It does look incredible. Not so incredible with that. It's not often I face a combination of Field of Ruin and Demolition Field, but it's going to be all right. We'll get there eventually. I've got Underground Mortuary, Castle Garenbrig. They took out the absolutely wrong card because, oh, what What big creatures do I use? Well, I mean, really, Ulvenwald Hydra. Tyrranax Rex and Carnage Tyrant. Use your counter spell. Fine. We'll get T-Rex next turn, I hope. Really could have just gone Underground Mortuary and then done the Explorer for the Spelunker. I hope they don't go Field of Ruin, but I do sense that they're going to play some creature. It doesn't really matter at this point because I've got Castle Garenbrig. Oh, definitely give it a go. But also, I do like your guys' suggestions, and sometimes it becomes a really good thing that I just hadn't tried for quite some time. But this is basically death, and good luck. Do you have a sweeper every single turn? No, you don't. Sweep me. Doesn't matter. You're still gonna die. I got another Cavern of Souls. Darn. That Supreme Verdict is pretty fantastic. Not so fantastic when you get to do this, though. We'll explore onto this, though, and we'll see what we get. Maybe make it bigger. Don't need the Jadelight Spelunker, so we get to hit him for just a little bit more. Sweep me. Again. Do it. And still die. It's pretty fantastic knowing that they have to oh. Not even breaking a sweat. I think that was called for. The first match of the night. Lovely stuff. It's pretty consistent. And because you need a few lands to make a lot of mana, you can maybe mulligan pretty aggressively. Dinos win, absolutely. You got a 2-0. Good stuff, good stuff. They don't get it. I don't know. Maybe they think it was a fluke. Perhaps. Sometimes, even though the person you're describing this to, they see the Carnage Tyrant and the Tyrranax Rex, they still think that a sweeper is going to do anything. It's not. It is hard for them. Oh, they don't get that they can't win it. Yeah. Pretty much. I don't know what the rough percentage win rate would be. It's got to be like, depending how everything is set up and how you sequence it, but once you practice it enough, I got to imagine it's in the 80%, 90% range, something like that. It's certainly well over 50%. Once you practice, I would think. But just timing it right, doing something maybe that you don't want to, not playing the Sunken Citadel and playing another land. So you have that 2 mana for a Sylvan Scrying to search for a castle, because Sunken always enters tapped. But if you can get around a counter spell, you definitely want to be doing that. Big time. Oh, they cast March of Otherworldly. That is lovely stuff. And if you want to take your turn off to pay 4, that's still okay. Oh, I've seen that before. They pitched Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, and something else. It was quite amusing. Big time. But I don't know about this hand. Krug the Macro Sage, it does appear like, I think we're facing 5-color Fires of Invention, or maybe it's that. I want something a little bit more impactful. Maybe if I had a Castle Garenbrig plus a Commune, a part of the mixture. That is not going to be that's not going to be doing it either. Okay, well, that is definitely quite a bit better. The Spelunker, I don't see us having too much mana for the Spelunkers, but that could be a pretty much perfect. Yeah, it's got to be 5-color Fires of Invention. Sometimes it's other stuff, for sure. At the very least, they won't be countering Commune. That's a big positive. Maybe I see a Castle Garenbrig. That's good. Now, next turn, I use Sylvan to search for the second Sunken. 3 lands, 6 green. Hopefully it's not too little too late. Bone Crusher, it's gotta be. That's what it's gotta be. Good evening, good evening. Galtians, oh, I kind of like that. Well, they gotta be a little bit worried. I can't make 6 on turn 3, but this has to be at least fantastically reasonable. Hopefully they don't have another Beseju. They played 1, and they see the lands that I have, so I could see maybe Castle Garenbrig getting destroyed. Hopefully seeing Carnage Tyrant next turn. That would be, or just possibly Zopandrel. I'm kind of tempted to just go up the beanstalk, up the beanstalk. Yeah, I think they could have done something to Zopandrel. I do figure there's going to be a leyline binding, at least one. Yeah, I think they can go at least one. Hey, 2 up the beanstalks, maybe. They don't have a leyline binding, perhaps. Or maybe they're going to save it for that Carnage Tyrant. But I think we should be somewhat safe. They haven't, I was about to say, they haven't played Fires of Invention. Okay, temporary, well, 2 beans is alright. Another Castle Garenbrig, also quite fantastic. Now we just have to hope it's enough. If I draw Ghalta Stampede Tyrant, they are dead next turn. Do I want Jadelight Spelunker? I think we're gonna try it. I don't need any more lands. From 2 beans to 0 beans. This opponent must be a vegetarian, a temporary vegetarian. Yeah, Jadelight Spelunker, pretty good. We got an absolutely useless Sylvan Scrying off the top. We already have 1, and that's not gonna do it. Hopefully it's not a sweeper. But again, if they sweep or whatever, we're going to get them. Elesh Norn is quite problematic. Big time. However, I think Zopandrel is quite decent in this scenario. Doubling Carnage Tyrant. I mean, who doesn't love that? What you going to do with a 14-12? Not a whole lot. Are you going to triple block? Ouch. And speaking of beans, 0 beans, all Tyrant, absolutely. Beans, you don't get the... Oh, okay, yeah. Perfectly fine by me. Man, they did not like that. 4 to... Yeah. Really, I could have attacked with the Jadelight Spelunker, but... it wouldn't have done a whole lot. That's okay. I think that's still pretty decent. Leyline binding is unfortunate, but we got rid of that. That's got to be pretty much the best 3-for-1. Elesh Norn, Karuga, and Bone Crusher Giant. I'll take it. Hopefully. Oh! What did I just draw? There you go. Hopefully they don't have another leyline binding. I bet they do. Don't ya? Actually, they can't go. Never mind, they can't cast it on their turn. See you later. No. Touch the Spirit Realm. Okay, they got the channel things. It's a little painful. Hopefully they don't have another sweeper. I always forget about those channel lands. It's not casting something. They dodged a bullet. Ooh. I love it. Cloaked Phantom, yes. Oh.
You have no power here.
Okay. I dodged bullets. Whenever Elesh Norn, Mother of Machines, lands, what is it? Mother of Machines? I lose track because there is so many versions of her. Yeah, Elesh Norn, Mother of Machines. Whenever that lands, it's painful. Galtian supremacy, absolutely. But it turns off so many enter the battlefield effects. Regisaur, Palani's Hatcher. It's difficult. It's difficult, but the Zopandrel, the king, the best of the best. Do I like anything? I think we'll trim Jadelight Spelunker. Maybe. Although that did save me. It got me a little bit closer. Just enough. Getting that unneeded Sylvan Scrying off the top. No, it's got to be basically all that. Something instead of it. Pick your poison is kind of nice, but Elesh Norn would turn off that effect, sadly. Culling Ritual, no, that's not doing much. I think I'm just going to go with Blast Zone. Blast Zone and one Spelunker. Blast Zone, they can't really do a whole lot about. I could crank Blast Zone. I can see some scenarios where I crank it, I get it to 4 or 5 charge counters. That's not the best thing in the world, but hey, that's going to help me. Blast Zone would be pretty much the hardest to interact with piece of removal or answer for this opponent. Definitely. I always love Hornet Queen. If we can land it around that Elesh Norn, very, very nice to scare him away. But I think this hand might scare him away. Ooh. Go with the Underground Mortuary. Oh! To grab... Well, the things are going good. You better watch out, buddy, because it's going absolutely downhill. Technically, I'm going to wait, just in case. I might draw Castle Garenbrig next turn. So if I draw Castle Garenbrig, I can go with Commune and... Okay, there we go. But if I had drawn Castle Garenbrig, then I would have been able to grab something other than Castle Garenbrig when I went with Commune. You get the idea. If you can wait for... whatchamacallit. Wait for Castle Garenbrig. Do it. Hopefully I see something other than Ulvenwald Hydra, but this is still pretty decent. Do I like a Blast Zone? I kind of like a Blast Zone. We probably want to start blasting them, but I'll grab a commercial district. We get that survey. Flooded. Absolutely flooded. Painful. Okay. If it's something hasty, they might be dead, but also I would imagine a Leyline Binding is coming up. Maybe we can dodge it, something like that. They have to be very careful. Oh, excuse me. 4 Regisaur Alpha, 4 Palani. Okay. I wonder if they're going to grab Elesh Norn, Mother of Machines. Yeah. That'd be rough. Really, a Regisaur Alpha plus Ghalta Primal Hunger would be pretty fantastic. It's got to be Elesh Norn, 100%. Oh, it's their own Ulvenwald Hydra. That does not make a whole lot of sense. I don't know. Did they not see my enter the battlefield stuff? Or maybe they have a sweeper. Maybe they do have a sweeper. Huh. Well, we're going for it. I feel like it. Go time. Maybe we're playing right into a Supreme Verdict. I just want to do this and we'll see. We'll see. But I smell a you-know-what. Where's that Underground Mortuary? Oh, I already played it. Okay, 2 Blast Zones, why not? Might as well. Ooh, that's a deadly Overgrown Hydra. Definitely get rid of that. I just want to see what happens. Man, I'm super flooded. But with the Blast Zones, we should be okay. Cranking those easily to 4 charge counters and taking out Fires of Invention. An Enigmatic Incarnation.
Call an ambulance! Call an ambulance! But not for me!
And that might be from the opponent's side of things because they have that sweeper in their hand. And the opponent is saying call an ambulance. Hey, it's pretty fantastic. Play your thing. And if they don't have a sweeper, they're dead 100%. Oh, another one. Whoa, what's it going to be? This does not feel good. I'm just glad I got Ghalta Stampede Tyrant down around Elesh Norn, Mother of Machines. I was scared about that, so I thought I should take that opportunity. Because she is going to be happening. Gonna be nice hitting them with Ulvenwald Hydra next turn. What will they grab? 2 creatures. Oh, it's a little bit late for that. You snooze, you lose. They're probably kicking themselves. Good. I mean, Kenrith not so good. That's basically the best. This also is quite hilarious. I'm gonna go with Up the Beanstalk. I can play any single creature I draw. I can make 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, never mind. Well, I forgot. We don't draw. But we make the Ulvenwald Hydras bigger. We have to attack because things are gonna get out of control with Kenrith. Absolutely. That we have to go all in. The Blast Zone is gonna take out some stuff next turn. I'm getting at least one of them. Big enough. Yeah, they can gain some life and that sort of thing, but we should be taking out a few. We'll take out Kenrith and Elish Norn in Karuga. I think I can get a Blast Zone too. 5 charge counters like I was hoping. Man, that's a lot of life. Or maybe I'm just dead. That's a very real possibility. 5, 9, 14. They must have it. They've got to have it. Putting counters on them? Possibly. It's going to be rough. Titan of Industry, okay, well, I'm not dead yet. Let's not lose hope. That's a lot of my oh my. I could possibly come back from this. You never know. I've certainly come back from worse. That Amalia opponent that I faced. I think it was the Amalia opponent. Oh yeah, no, that's lethal. Okay, never mind. Tends to do the trick. We'll just let it happen. Too bad. I really should maybe throw in some manlands. Possibly that could be a good one-of thing to grab with the Ulvenwald Hydra. Ouch. Okay. Kind of thinking pick your poison. Take out a Fires of Invention if they play it. They would have to choose, maybe in this case, between Fires of Invention or Touch the Spirit Realm, and they're certainly not giving me back Ghalta Primal Hunger and Ghalta's Stampede Tyrant. I'm still a fan of that Blast Zone. I'm just going to go with those pick your poison. Keep a couple Blast Zones. Well, one Blast Zone. Hopefully I see it with Sylvan Scrying or Commune with Dinosaurs can grab it, or Ulvenwald Hydra can grab it and put it onto the battlefield. So we should be pretty good in that case. Trim an Overgrown Tomb. Bring it back down to the original 18. Okay, but yeah, I was thinking about the Hornet Queen. I think I just need a little bit of enchantment destruction. Back to nature. Destroying all enchantments would be the best, but that hand looks like just about the best. I don't have to mulligan. I keep 7 cards. I've got a Sunken to start. Commune as well. Perfectly reasonable. Should be seeing a Castle Garenbrig drawing it. Or Sylvan Scrying to grab it. Commune to grab it. There's a pretty good chance that Commune just simply grabs that Castle Garenbrig. I could use Palani's Hatcher. That might be nice. Hopefully. Nah, I'll go with that Sunken Citadel. Like I said, I don't have a turn 3 play or anything. I can wait. I can afford to wait to see what I grab. We'll go with Up the Beanstalk just in case the card I draw is a Sunken. Ooh, it's not. Okay, that's a little bit rough. Hopefully I see it next turn. Watch me draw Castle Garenbrig, or it'd be in one of the 5. Unfortunately. Pick your poison would be quite nice. Ooh, another Sunken. This is Well, it's getting kind of interesting. Castle Garenbrig not in the top quarter, unfortunately. Just past the top quarter of the deck. Gotta be coming up. We have enough for Ghalta Stampede Tyrant, which is pretty fantastic. Oh, they still don't have Fires of Invention or anything like that. Oh, we might have a good chance here, folks. Oh boy. Unfortunately, I just have to play Palani's Hatcher to, well, get another one. That's pretty decent. It's not terrible. We might be seeing a... Okay, they have no Leyline Binding. 100%. You saw all that stuff happened. Nothing waited for even a moment. They could have sacrificed that treasure to make a white. Maybe a Leyline Binding, actually. I think it costs... I don't know. Shieldred. Not too bad. We're still at a pretty healthy amount with Up the Beanstalk. Okay. Where's that Castle Garenbrig? Get it. I hope. This is going to be just fantastic aggression simply with Palani's Hatcher and all those eggs. Again, hopefully no Leyline Binding. I think it costs 2. They probably would have used it already still, so it is missing from them. Gotta be maximum ruthless aggression. Absolutely. I still have that egg to block Shieldred next turn, if that's what it comes to. Nice taking out the Goblin. I don't think Reflection is going to be good. Would have been nice if Reflection blocked. Hopefully they don't draw too many cards. Playing Karuga, they would draw 1, 2 with Reflection and Shieldred. I think that's what they're probably going to do. They need to gain some life. Things are getting kind of low. Pick your poison next turn, though, at the very least. That would be nice to make them lose Reflection of Kiki Jiki. Although, are they just dead? They might be just dead to the go wide backup B plan or the D plan. That's got to be it. Okay, well, we'll just do this. Sometimes you go wide with Palani's and Regisaur Alphas, and you just get the job done. Yep, there it is. There it is. Wow. Oh, woo, baby. And that's not the first time that's happened. That's a pretty good backup plan. That is a pretty good start to the night. Utter devastation, domination. It seems, again, I don't have to care too much about what an opponent is doing specifically. Oh, I guess I got to press something. I was just so excited to cleanly get into there. Raptored. Absolutely raptored.
I am inevitable.
I don't know. It keeps being consistent. I hear some people say that's not the case. But yeah, it is extra satisfying knowing this could be in your back pocket. I think Karuga Reflection, it can only make a copy of non-legendary creature. Karuga, unfortunately, is a legendary creature. I think they did that with Kiki Jiki Mirror Breaker. Or maybe Kiki Jiki Mirror Breaker can't make a copy of it. I don't know. I always get a little bit worried. I do forget that point myself. I see they have a nice big creature. I'm always worried they're going to pay mana, copy it. I was worried about Bone Crusher Giant and stuff like that. But fortunately, they just had some legendary stuff. I would imagine usually it's the case with a Fires of Invention deck. They have kind of toolbox, sort of a mixture. When they sacrifice an enchantment, they can search up for the best, most impactful creature at that mana value, +1 after the enchantment they sacrifice, and then put it onto the battlefield. Whew. I love it. I love it. Nice to see it. I was figuring I would have to use that Pick Your Poison, but sometimes you just do all that hasty, lovely aggression, and it just slips away from the opponent. Okay. It's only a half an hour into tonight. I might just keep it an hour or so. I want to kind of work on the script for Stampede Dinos, the overall sort of a primer. I think it's basically at that point right now. I've been meaning to do it, and just for people who are interested that are completely unaware and maybe don't believe in its potential to do good stuff. It still might not be the best variation of Dinosaurs. That certainly could be, but I think it's the best. It's my favorite, at the very least, for sure. That goes without saying, I think, but well, that's a pretty good hand. Commercial District to start. We get closer to the Sunken or the Commune or the Sylvan Scrying or the Up the Beanstalk. That would get us closer to all of that. I'll take it. And I'll go with the Forest, just in case. At the moment, we will get that Carnage Tyrant on turn 5. Might as well play it safe. Although it's still pretty safe. By the time we would get to turn 5, we would have had another land. You never know. But with 18, it is kind of nice to maybe lock something up and possibly just lose to you know what. Excuse me. Here comes the Vein Ripper. Oh boy. Never seen this before in my life. I hear it's pretty good. I don't know about you guys. Maybe you've faced a Vein Ripper before. Yeah, it's okay. Well, what can you do? You can't win them all, unfortunately, but maybe the Ulvenwald Hydra will help. At the very least, Ulvenwald Hydra has reach, so it could threaten the Vein Ripper. He rips and tears until it's done, yes. Absolutely. Well, I think they'll get rid of Ulvenwald Hydra because it has that reach, or maybe Carnage Tyrant, or maybe they're just not worried because I wouldn't be worried. Oof. I mean, there is the slim possibility that with the Ulvenwald Hydra, I get the Sunken and then I get Ghalta Stampede Tyrant next turn, maybe. Or just watch Ulvenwald Hydra die to bitter triumph. I am not bitter. Sometimes there's literally nothing you can do. I don't think any variation of Dinos would have been super duper successful. Game 1 at least. We got nicely into Diamond. The algorithm has to hand me a little bit of pain every now and then. Azorius Control and 5-color Fires of Invention is a perfectly fantastic way to start, but pick your poison. Jadelight Spelunker out of there. Yeah, that's basically it. Pick your poison has to come in, but I'm still not exactly sold. It's not like the Rakdos Vampires opponent. They don't always get the Vein Ripper. This is simply the best thing they could do. I don't know if it's 50% of the time they do it. I would imagine they somewhat mulligan a little aggressively for it. If it's a pretty bad hand, they try and maybe take one mulligan to see if they can do this, because I mean, it is just one of the best things to do. But like I'm saying, it's not like it happens every time, and sometimes I just find that I beat them up simply. I don't need to pick your poison. I don't see Vein Ripper at all the entire game. That's also happened quite a bit. Hornet Queen, maybe. If I had a way to give myself hexproof, sometimes I have had that. Leyline of Sanctity, well, it's pretty good. The Vein Ripper's ability is target opponent. Yeah, pretty sure it's target opponent. Either way, the Vein Ripper's ability is targeted, so if you have hexproof, you simply don't lose 2 life ever, and they don't gain 2 life. So that has always seemed pretty, excuse me, pretty legitimate. Underground Mortuary seems good. Again, pretty rough hand for some people, but hopefully there's a second land on top. I would imagine that's the case. We already have a Up the Beanstalk. We'll increase the chances of seeing that second land that I would have roughly expected to see to start. Still not. Painful. Grab another Tyrranax Rex, the biggest, scariest thing. Ghalta Stampede Tyrant would have been nice, but we're not in a good position yet. Phew. Okay, good stuff. Sylvan Scrying, absolutely, that's what it has to be. 100%. Oh, 100% the Thought Seize. Game 1, of course, you don't know, but Game 2, going into it, knowing what deck it is, I could just draw the land I exactly need, and there you go, and I have enough to... Well, it doesn't make me nervous. I knew that would happen. Hashtag pre-recorded, but no, it is nice when that happens. If you only see one land, you know a bunch of lands are coming up, or the things that grab the lands. I don't know. That's the way I think about it. Sometimes it works out, and sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, I think it's got to be Regisaur Alpha. I could have probably gotten rid of Cavern of Souls. We're able to make 6, but I want to make sure that I can make 7. We lose Carnage Tyrant, unfortunately. And we might just die, but still, that is a pretty fantastic recovery. But try out hands like that, kind of learn how it feels, get a little bit comfortable, because if you can... Oh, I think so. I think so. And I might go back to that instead of the Blast Zone, possibly. Pithing Needle to simply turn off Liliana or Sorin. It would stop and slow down the Vein Ripper. Just all around. Okay, well, that does tend to do it. Would have been pretty nice if we were in range of Ghalta Stampede Tyrant, but no, that is a good point. Maybe Pithing Needle instead of Pick Your Poison could be something. If I'm stopping the Vein Ripper, slowing it down long enough, I think in a lot of cases, if I simply turn off Sorin, I would have enough time. Having them wait until they can make 6 mana just to hardcast the Vein Ripper should probably work out. And multiple, I mean, in that you could have 3 Pithing Needles, you could have 4 Pithing Needles. I would feel absolutely comfortable with that. The first one is Sorin, the second one is Liliana, or one of their lands, Blood Tithe Harvester. Turn off Blood Tithe Harvester and stop them from sacrificing it to take out a key Palani's Hatcher or Regisaur Alpha. Maybe I only have one of those. It's giving everybody haste, and I need to attack that turn to kill him. But then they use Blood Tithe Harvester to take out that Hatcher or Regisaur Alpha, something like that. That first hand was not good, but this one, absolutely. A Sunken in a castle should do the trick. Get to the bottom. Spelunker. Do it. Nice to face off against DC Brano 1980. This is not the first time. A little bit rough, but hey, we have the package of lands we need. Hopefully, I can get one of those Up the Beanstalks down. Okay, well, I can get one of those Up the Beanstalks down. One more land. You can do it. Ooh. Well, we should be getting that other land if I can get the third Up the Beanstalk now. Oh, okay. Painful. That other Up the Beanstalk is gone. Big. Oh! Well, there you go. Now they're mostly dead. Commune with Dinosaurs is going to be stunning. Yeah, no, they're not coming back from this. Oh my. Sunken Citadel. And their chances have sunken. Use your piece of removal. Don't care. Draw it out. Good. Well, I don't have Ghalta Stampede Tyrant. I do need a source of red. I don't have a source of red yet. Yeah, I can make 6. Commercial District. We don't need a Sunken Citadel. 6 with the lands out. Commercial District is the 7th. The other Castle Garenbrig in my hand is the 8th mana, so we're good. Yeah, I definitely need red. Ghalta Stampede Tyrant. Fired up. Let's go. Palani's Hatcher time. I would imagine they have some removals. Maybe, we'll see. Maybe better to wait for Ghalta. I don't know. Test the waters. Draw out more and more and more removal. Fatal Push, I would imagine, on the token that I just cracked. Probably. Darn. That's okay. That's okay. Plenty of mana. Kind of tempted to go with Jadelight Spelunker. We'll get more lands, get more creatures. Yeah, another Commune. I like Tyrranax Rex. And then the Spelunker for 6. This is what I'm talking about. 5. 5? Yeah, 5. Okay. I'm casting a creature that is going to get through lands that are on the top, but I also draw a card because even though it's a mana value of 1, if I cast it for exits, mana value is, well, it's pretty good, and they are pretty dead next turn. You're dead. You're just dead. You're not coming back from this. Crashing and burning, their chances are. Oh, that does not get more. Oh, it just got worse. Downhill. Boom. Okay. A mono black midrange, we got very fortunate. 100%. The opponent sadly stumbled a bit in the land department. We won't get that lucky again. That was pretty good. And all those Up the Beanstalks big time helped. 100%. Mono black. I kind of like Culling Ritual. I would imagine the cheap... Well, it might be mono black Waste Not. I think DC Brano has played mono black Waste Not before. That might be the common thing that they play. I kind of remember that. Hornet Queen, maybe. You know what, I'll keep it the same. Things seem to work out. Of course, that Jadelight Spelunker, very fantastic stuff. 4 lands, 6 mana, make a big creature, draw a card, get through lands to get other stuff. Exactly as I hope that Jadelight Spelunker functions. But his hand would not function too well, though, with a single forest. Not so pretty. Well, it got worse. It can't always be good. Gotta have lands somewhere. Hey, we got a hand. But you know what makes it a good hand? Thoughtseize. There's nothing. Well, now there is. Okay, that's good. But there was nothing for them to discard. If the only thing in my opening hand was lands, that's the big brain play. That's kind of what I've done before. It gets so bad, but eventually get to a hand that has a lot of the pieces you're looking for. Send all the stuff that could be discarded by Thoughtseize and you keep it, and, well, they didn't play it, fortunately, but hey, it's going to be alright. We've got Sunken, we got plenty of mana, a pretty fantastic recovery with up. Oh, and we've got a Carnage Tyrant. What is happening? I would imagine they have Shieldred's Edict or something. Either way, it's looking good again. Well, not so much with Shield. Okay. You know what? I'm going to take the 2. I still just want that Carnage Tyrant. We're getting pretty low, though, at 11. Maybe I can trim up the Beanstalk. We'll see. I bet it's Lillian or somebody. Carnage Tyrant is not living. Gotta be dead. But that's about the best recovery you could hope for. Sending all the creatures to the bottom. It worked out. Nothing to make me sacrifice. Oh, that is quite interesting indeed. Huh. Underground Mortuary, definitely. Kind of like a Castle Garenbrig. I'm going to try for an Up the Beanstalk. We're going to get the Castle Garenbrig. Maybe Ghalta's Stampede Tyrant is on top, and then I can... I don't know. I think we're mostly dead. Probably. Nah, I'll leave that Sylvan Scrying. Actually, no, we'll thin the deck. It doesn't do much. We pull a land out and we slightly, just barely increase the chances of seeing something that isn't a land, so we might as well. 3, 2... No, we gotta be dead to have the Eye Tyrant. I don't know, it's a sticky situation. They have another Shieldred, 100%. They have to. Gotta be. Okay. Ooh, we almost could have got him. I'm at 5. If I had some hasty mixture, Ghalta Stampede Tyrant with the 2 Up the Beanstalks, I would have lost 4 life. I would have been left at 1. But sadly, this is not enough to get the job done. So close. But, man, that would have been pretty sweet. Going down to 1 in the face of a Shieldred with Up the Beanstalks. I kind of like Blast Zone to take out Shieldred. I also like Hornet Queen. To not worry about any of their Death Touch creatures. I've done that before. That Jadelight Spelunker, I think that's it. Yeah, it looks bad. It got pretty good. It could have gone certainly quite a bit better. You just never know. Try some hands that you think would be bad, see how it plays out, and you might be surprised with the potential, and that's not so great. And that's great. I think it's good enough. I would imagine a Thoughtseize gets rid of Up the Beanstalk, but I think it's worth a try. Send Regisaur to the bottom. I might, as it often happens, be able to play Carnage Tyrant before Regisaur Alpha. Oh, okay. Beanstalk gone. They saw lots of pain, and well, there's another Regisaur. Well, that's okay. Cavern of Souls, we're getting there. Hey, we keep drawing lands at the very least. Where's that Sylvan Scrying? Where's the Commune to dig? Let's get there. Castle Garenbrig, you can do it, buddy. Okay, well, it's a little bit rough. Nuts. Now, we're not dead yet. They haven't played Shieldred. Hopefully they don't, but a Graveyard Glutton. Okay, certainly painful. Ouch. We'll see the land eventually. Ooh. Okay. Hornet Queen, basically well, took a little bit. Are we mostly dead? Basically dead? Probably dead? I would think so, but maybe through some stroke of luck I get to play the Hornet Queen next turn. We're almost dead. Maybe they don't play Shieldred. If they do play Shieldred, we definitely are. But the Hornet Queen, multiple creatures, it just allows me to stay alive. You never know. You just never know. Might as well. This is going to be my best bet. Hopefully they don't have like 3 fatal pushes and a bitter end. As long as 2 of these stay alive, we might stay alive. It's okay. I still got 4. I don't think they'll have 2 fatal pushes. Why not? Okay, oh, this is good. They don't have anything at instant speed that would take stuff out. Maybe a meat hook massacre. That would be a massacre. What are you doing? Do you want to gain a bit of life? That doesn't make any sense at all. Extinction event, that is something. I guess even because that was going to... Oh, the Gifted Aetherborn was going to go down. Okay, that's perfectly fine. We'll just play another Hornet Queen. Good stuff. And they don't have Shieldred. I could go up the Beanstalk next turn, but I'm too low. If they play Shieldred, or if I play up the Beanstalk and I'm still not in range of taking them out, up the Beanstalk could kill me, possibly. I don't know, it's not looking too bad. They're running out of stuff. They only have one more card in their hand, and they can't attack with any creature. Good. I don't know. We're making it happen. Underground Mortuary, quite reasonable. Don't exactly need another Castle Garenbrig, that's for sure. Right, Tyrranax Rex, go time. Leave all the Death Touchers around. Shieldred's Edict would take out Tyrranax Rex. Oh, or they have targeted removal. Doesn't matter. Leave all the flyers there. We have to. Oh boy. I don't know. It's feeling pretty good. Pretty darn good. Maybe I draw another Tyrranax Rex next turn. They basically have... Oh, yes, please. Take your entire turn off to kill Tyrranax Rex. Look, I still have those flyers. Stopping any aggression from the opponent. Yeah, you're not attacking. Oh, what you gonna do? Up the Beanstalk? No, up the... I can almost play Regisaur Alpha plus Carnage Tyrant, but we'll just go with Carnage Tyrant, I think. And we'll leave those Death Touchers behind, absolutely. Good. I was tempted to play Up the Beanstalk if we had. Maybe we would have been dead. We don't have too many more turns, though. This is getting certainly problematic. It's going to be a race to the finish. 100%. Shieldred will probably block the token, but Shieldred might want to block a Carnage Tyrant because she has Death Touch. Good. Good. We're getting there. We're getting there. Oh boy, strap yourselves in, folks. I've got the UFC clip ready. Oh, are they dead? Are they dead? Have we done it? What a recovery. Oh. Yes, I'm going to have to go back and look at that, Commander Crane. I want to study that match at least. It certainly seemed like they could have made something happen differently. Extinction event, though. Very, very scary stuff because it would take out Carnage Tyrants and Tyrranax Rexes. Maybe they were getting a little bit flustered because they know what's coming up. They see all this Death Touch, big creatures they can't target, hasty damage, hexproof. I don't know. If I was facing against this, and if I knew I was facing off against it, knowing what could happen, I don't know, I'd be a little bit worried. I might miss one key line or something like that, but the extinction event before combat, yeah, I'm gonna have to see. But I think I'll leave it there for tonight. That certainly is a fantastic way to cap things off. Lovely, lovely recovery. And certainly Hornet Queen. That was the all-star of all-stars. I'm not cutting that. 100%. Hopefully you guys, though, take a bite out of that like button. A big bite. If you haven't already, join the Discord as well. It's probably the best way to stay in touch with all of us. And see you next time. Have a good rest of your time zone, wherever it is, whenever it is. And that's a good match. Good match to study. Maybe I should do a review on it. Something like that. Okay. Peace.